Okay, peace and blessings. So today I went to Erewhon. No, my brain is like, please feed me. So today has been an amazing day. It is Sunday. This is the Sunday that begins week 3 of the fall equinox community detox. It began at 8 a.m. this morning with a wellness talk where we have our coaching, we have our checking in with the community, and the community got a chance to just share, like, how are you doing on the detox? What are some of the things that you are enjoying, and what things are you winning? How are you winning? And then where are you struggling? Where are some of your challenges? Because I find that one of the things that makes this detox extremely valuable is the community that has come together to share in this experience and to heal together. So I'm so grateful to everybody who came and who shared. It was really beautiful. So the theme of today's talk was the connection between the mind and the gut. And our goddess, my goddess sister friend, Tani, of Rooted and Vegan, look up Rooted and Vegan on Instagram, she came and talked to us about her journey and her philosophy and her training of getting her mind in order, right? Working with her mind so that she could make good decisions for what she puts in her gut. So that was such a great conversation. She cited some really good text for us to read. It was super motivating to just hear about, manifestation doesn't just happen. It takes practice, and it takes recitation, and it takes affirmations, and it takes reprogramming ourselves to believe and to know that we have the power of creating our own reality with our thoughts, and then our words, and then our actions, and then our reactions, our consistent actions. And so it was so great for her to really focus on the power of our thoughts, and then segue to, now let's talk about what you put in your stomach. Because it all begins with what's in your mind. What are you putting in your mind? Okay, I'm moving up so that, anyway. So that was great. Okay, maybe that's better. So that was wonderful, and I am going to make that call that available to the community. You can go, if you're interested in this journey, you can go to finaeats.com, and yeah, it's just a really beautiful really beautiful experience. So the next round, right, we want to keep this sacred for the people who are in it now. So I left that beautiful call, and I got dressed and went to dance with my teacher, Kati Hernandez. I'm in LA, and I'm an Afro-Cuban dancer among many things and many styles. And today we honored the Orisha Oshun, which was so beautiful, because Oshun reminds you to bathe yourself and to take care of yourself, and she brings honey for others, and she also fans herself. That was one of the lessons I got today. She is known, she's goddess energy. She's known as the goddess, the Orisha. She represents beauty and love, and then also her element is the river and water. Honey, her colors are like gold. Kati said she don't like yellow, she likes gold. And so Oshun just reminds us to take good, immaculate self-care, and to laugh and to choose joy and beauty throughout life, right? So today was Oshun's, we celebrated Oshun because Oshun's day was earlier this week. And I needed that because I needed to just give myself self-care after so much that I'm doing. And so I danced, I connected, I sang, played drums. It was just a beautiful day. Okay, leaving there, I'm like, I'm hungry, right? I haven't eaten since this morning, when I had dragon fruit. and coconut water, and then I had a 32-ounce jar of green juice. But I haven't eaten anything, and I'm on this detox, and this week we're transitioning to all plant-based foods, so we're letting go of the meat and dairy and things, right? All right, so what do? I have fruits and vegetables at home, but I want food, right? So I decided to stop and get me some food that I can that can inspire me on this journey of this plant-based week. So I stopped at Erewhon, which is the most expensive grocery store that I know of. Not because I'm bougie and think that that's what I'm out here doing. I actually stopped at Erewhon because I know that they have a bar. They have a cold bar, and they have a hot bar, and they have really interesting salads and mixtures of vegetables that I want to try, because on the call we talked a lot about, well, how do you eat these vegetables? And honestly, y'all, this is not my strong suit. I like food and I tend to buy it, but I don't necessarily cook a lot of vegetables. And so this is an area of growth that I'm hoping comes from this this particular detox, and I hope that it is expansive for the participants of the detox. So, but you give me a recipe and I'm gonna try it, okay? I'm gonna go get the ingredients from the wholesale produce market. I'm gonna get the best ingredients from the farmer's market. And then when I go home, I'm gonna be like, well, how do I make it? So this week and the next couple of weeks, I'm committing to trying new dishes and sharing my review of them, and then also like making them at home and sharing that, so that I can try to help demystify this process for the participants, for our community who are in the detox, while I am demystifying it for myself. Okay, that's enough talking. I've been talking for 7 minutes and I'm hungry. So what I do, I went to Erewhon and I went to the cold bar and I got me a couple of salads. Okay, this one is a macrobiotic. Let me just hold them all up, because I'm not about to go through and explain all of them because I'm hungry. And I'm surprised I can even talk that much. Okay, so I got 4. This was $30. Yes, it was pricey, but guess what? This is research. It's research. So I got 4 different salads, 4 that I'm about to try, and I'm gonna give my honest review. So this first one is a celery and apple salad. I said, listen, I'm not about to pay $20 for celery and apple when I got a whole bunch of celery and apple from the wholesale produce market. But what I will do, because I have a whole bunch of celery and apple from the wholesale produce market, let me get this so that I can taste it, and this will give me a recipe idea for what I can make on my own. So here we are. Okay, off the top, it's crunchy and vinegary. Lots of celery. Celery is not my favorite thing to eat, but I know it's good for us. Oh, the walnut you just saw me eat. Okay, walnut, add a little bit. And I don't know if it's parsley or leaves. That's a walnut. So look, that's our celery and apple salad. I mean, it's whatever. I'm sorry, I'm chewing. I'll be smacking. Okay. The ingredients: organic celery, organic Italian parsley, organic apples, green apple, organic micro radish. Can I say micro radish in here? Toasted walnuts, organic olive oil, organic lemon juice, organic red wine, and sea salt. That's super easy. I might drizzle a little agave in there. But y'all see that? And then you can tell the way they sliced it. Look, this is one of the apple slices. It's very finely cut. right? I mean, it's slivers. It's almost like almond slivers. It's super, super fine. And the celery is cut the same way. It's like at a diagonal. So we can do that. And it might not even be a knife, to be honest. It might be one of those, I can't think of those things now. It's not a shaver. But if you go to the Japanese grocery store, it's like a thing where it has a blade and you just go like this. You know, you can cut onions really thin. You can adjust the size of the cut. So I think that's how they cut this. And listen, I can eat this. I can make this and I can eat this and I don't have to spend $10 for a container. Actually, this was $4. Okay. Salad number 1. As soon as you taste it, as soon as you eat it, you do taste the red wine, the organic red wine. I thought it would be red wine vinegar, but whatever. Okay. Now, my next one, number 2, is a macrobiotic salad. So one of the things that you all have said to me about being concerned about this upcoming week is that you're concerned that you're going to be hungry. And I feel you, right? And I think part of the issue is that we tend to think that salads are just lettuce, tomato, and cucumber. And those are all super watery vegetables slash fruits that are good for hydration, but they're not going to they're going to run through your digestive system. Your body's going to digest that and be like, what's next? So if you want something satiating and filling, you got to add things like beans or nuts and seeds. You got to have those healthy fats, those avocado and stuff like that. So that's another reason why I wanted to try this. I wanted to go to see what they make so that I could take it home and I could share it with you all as ideas of what you can buy or what you can make. This week is not, or these next coming weeks, we're not asking you to just eat lettuce, tomato, and cucumber and eat fruit. Like, you gotta fill yourself. So this type of salad, this macrobiotic salad, looks really hearty, and I don't know if you can see that. Okay, so you see there's some grains in there, there's beans in there, there's some greens and some veggies. So let me read the ingredients to you. Organic brown rice, which is good because remember, brown rice is a whole food. You can also put wild rice if you want to start that. Farro, quinoa, this could be a quinoa salad, right? Quinoa, organic black beans, that's number 2. Organic fermented red cabbage. All right, macrobiotic, this is the stuff that's good for the gut, y'all. Macrobiotic red cabbage. So organic fermented red cabbage. So I don't think that that's something that people are making at home. I think that they're getting that from a jar of fermented red cabbage, and they're throwing that in here. And then organic broccoli. Okay, so let's look at it again. I don't see broccoli, I actually see kale. So, but it looks like they probably ran out of broccoli and put kale, right? But it's just like 5 ingredients. And maybe the fermented red cabbage is the thing that's making this sauce. It's all kind of stuff in here. It's carrots. There's 5. Oh, that's good. It's another sauce in here. They're not telling us all the ingredients. Because there's a sauce that looks like it has like turmeric in it. That's actually good. So this is your beans and rice. This is cauliflower. And some sesame seeds. I don't know who made this, but yeah, they would say it is. Anyway, I could tell you already, if I eat this, I would be full. I'm actually so glad I'm eating this because I was really hungry. I'm good. I think if y'all are down, Google like a macrobiotic bowl, macrobiotic salad, and it should give you what the dressing is, because there's some kind of dressing on this and it's yellow, probably oil. I don't know if they're doing mustard, but turmeric, some kind of curry, and then the vinegar. The fermented cabbage is a really nice touch. Okay, I guarantee you, you eat something like this, you're not gonna be hungry. You're not gonna be hungry. I'm not gonna be hungry. Remember I said there's carrots? Look. That's actually good. Look at that carrot. Chunks of raw carrot. Chunks of cauliflower. Look how you get your vegetables in. Okay. Alright. I like that better than the apple celery salad, but I would eat the apple celery salad as something that's really quick and refreshing. And I could see somebody putting like some dried cranberries or raisins or something like that to make it a little sweet. I'm talking about the apple celery salad now. Okay. I keep messing with this light, but 1 minute, I think y'all can't see me. Okay. My mission in life this week was to make curry with the cauliflower that I bought from the farmer's market on Wednesday. I pray to God it's still good. That's what I'm gonna do tonight when I get home. But I had to eat something so I wouldn't be starving when I got home to make this curry that I've never made before, and I don't know how it's gonna turn out. I'm gonna try to only make this video 20 minutes, y'all. I got 3 minutes. So this is not gonna work. It's gonna be 25 minutes. So this is organic cauliflower, organic cilantro, organic jalapeno, organic ginger, organic garlic, organic extra virgin olive oil, organic turmeric, organic coriander, organic cumin, organic apple cider vinegar, organic lemon juice, sea salt, and organic pepper. So all of this is organic. So that's why this little bit of cauliflower costs $10. But hey, if you're gonna go to Chick-fil-A, how much you gonna spend on Chick-fil-A for one person? How much are you gonna spend on Chick-fil-A for a salad? And what's in all of that chicken? That chick. Okay, so here goes our cauliflower. So off the top, I can tell you that this is not raw. It's probably roasted, and then when they're finished, they season it. Or they cook it in some way, and then when they finish, they toss it in this vinaigrette. That's what I think, with cumin and stuff. Okay. Definitely not raw. That's actually really good. Oh, that's good. So what do I taste off the top? Something like curry. I can taste the cumin. I can taste the lemon or lime juice. The cilantro. I cannot taste the jalapeno. But here's a jalapeno. Sliced really, really thin. Right? And it's cold. And it's soft-ish, but it still has a bite. Right? And it's seasoned really well. Like Denise said, I need to see my seasoning on my food. I'm gonna remember that, Denise. I need to see my seasoning on my food. Don't give me no bland vegetables. That's why we don't eat vegetables, because we've been fed bland vegetables. Jasmine told me, I'm sorry, I'm gonna tell this story, but I think this is something that you'll be okay with me sharing with everybody. If you remember the California medley of cauliflower, carrots, I think broccoli that got put in the microwave, no seasoning on it, and cooked to death. And those were the vegetables we were told we had to eat. Okay, but this is good. I'm gonna stop eating it because I got one more. But I can definitely tell you, if this has some walnuts or something in it, or if I ate this with a whole grain, this would be a whole meal. Because like Tanish said today, is it good? Are you full? If you answer yes to those two questions, good. That was a meal. Our training, our culture has taught us that all meals start with meat. And they center on meat. But that's just because of the training. That's because of the way, the upbringing. That's because of what we've been taught. But we can teach ourselves different, which is why she was stressing the power of the thoughts. Like, you begin with your mind. What is your vision? Right? What do you believe? The subconscious, the conscious, and the superconscious. Right? What are you focused on? What do you believe is possible? What is your desire? All right. So if you know vegetables, eating vegetables and fruits is healthier for you than eating fast food, pizzas and chicken nuggets and, you know, stuff like that, if you know it's healthy for you because your body feels better when you do it, then how do you create a set of habits that will lead you to consuming more of that? Well, you have to deprogram yourself from believing that the meat is the center of the meal. And this week, that's what we have to do. Deprogram ourselves from believing that the meat is the center of the meal. Okay, that right here was the goal. That was, you know how when you watch a video and it'll start with like the key point in the talk, and then you watch the talk and then you hear them say the same thing? I'm gonna do that. Excuse me, because that's what we're doing this week, is we are deprogramming ourselves from believing that the meat is the center of the meal. That's only because of culture. That is only because of the way we were taught. That is only because of certain industries that have lobbied and lobbied and lobbied. And clearly we see that ain't working for us. So if you see in other cultures, like one of the things I loved about living in Thailand and just being there for a while and learning about their culture and their food. Like, meat is not the center of their diet, of their cuisine. Rice is the center. And you get meat along the sides, but rice is the center. So much so that the word rice can also be used as the word for food in general in their culture. I believe that food is ahan, but another word could be cow, and I might be saying the inflection wrong these days, but gin cow. Like, did you eat rice today? Like, did you have something to eat? Did you eat some rice? Like, rice is the center. And so just because we were taught this doesn't mean that that's what we need to be doing. And if we step back, we can see what we've been taught really ain't working for us. Because I see in the book Mastering Diabetes that talks about the core reason for insulin resistance in general a lot of times is, meat. But anyhow, we're going to read it together. We're going to get it. Let me make sure I read the book before I tell you what it's about. Last one. This is my favorite. It's also the most costly, but it's my favorite. This is vegan pad thai kelp noodles. I used to come here all the time and get this. I have never been able to make this on my own. I don't have that much patience. And then buying all these ingredients. I think this is where people think when they have to eat plant-based or vegan, they have to eat stuff like this. And that's not true. You can just get you an apple and celery salad. Apple and celery, slice that stuff up, season it, eat that. You can get you some cauliflower, season that up, cook it, season it up, boom, you good. You don't have to have 55 ingredients. So let that be another encouragement. Okay, so this is kelp. I already know how it's going to taste. It has slivers of red onion, spinach, carrots, red bell pepper, sesame seeds, purple cabbage, Napa cabbage. There's some cilantro in here. There's kelp noodles. organic almond, organic cashew, that's the part of the sauce, green onion, ginger juice, lemon juice, organic, everything's organic, olive oil, coconut nectar to sweeten it, cilantro, tamari, that's the healthy replacement for soy sauce, toasted sesame oil, apple cider vinegar, turmeric, sesame seed, paprika, jalapeno, and garlic. So I think this is probably where we go wrong, because we think, oh, I'm gonna make vegetarian food or vegan food, I have to cook this. We're setting ourselves up for failure. You want to start with the simple, right? The apple and the celery, or the cauliflower. And then, if you just got extra time on your hands, buy the 55 ingredients for the kelp noodles, but don't start with the kelp noodles. And I'm talking to myself, y'all. This is what I know about. This is what I'm learning right now. It's as easy as starting here and here, and then going to buy this. This is the stuff that takes the specialty ingredients. So we just hit 26 minutes. I hope that this was inspiring. I hope that this was something that could provide guidance. I'm sharing with y'all my process on how I navigate this healthy lifestyle. Don't nobody want to be hungry. Ain't nobody asking y'all to be hungry at all. That is not the Oshun energy that we bring in. What we're doing is we're replacing foods that are detrimental to our health and replacing them with living foods for a period of time during this detox and beyond, if you so choose. And these are the types of recipes and practices that you can put into place to help you along your way. This is like high raw. And maybe one day I'll make this. It's so good. Let me let you see it again. But did you hear me read the ingredients? Let me read the ingredients one more time so you understand. I'm not trying to make this at home on a Tuesday. I'm gonna make this at home on a Tuesday. I might blanch them, put them in the oven. I think I'm gonna put them in the oven and roast them. Then take them off the pan, and then toss them with these seasonings. Right? I'm gonna roast the cauliflower and then take that out, put it in a bowl, chop up cilantro, throw it in there. Chop up a jalapeno, or get a jalapeno from a jar, throw it in there. Add some ginger, some garlic, some extra virgin olive oil, some turmeric, coriander, which is coriander, cumin, apple cider vinegar, lemon juice, sea salt, and pepper. Toss that stuff, put it in the refrigerator, let it all marinate, eat it with some wild rice or brown rice, right? And even this, like this macrobiotic bowl, like that's a couple of ingredients. You could just use whatever you got. Just make sure you have see, look, it does this. Make sure that you have a whole grain and some beans, and then mix it up with some raw vegetables, and some fermented cabbage. Like get that stuff, kimchi or something. Get that stuff from a health food store. Get a jar that's good for your microbiome, and find a sauce. Type macrobiotic bowl. Google macrobiotic bowl recipe, or and then find your sauce. Toss that. Boom. You won't be full. But when you want to splurge and you want to feel good, like decadence, until this becomes easy, this is where you buy stuff like this. So, all right, y'all. I love y'all. That was my first 30-minute YouTube. But I'm becoming a YouTuber too. Let me know what else you want me to try in the comments. Love y'all. Peace and prosperity. Love and light. Talk to you soon. 5 a.m. tomorrow, Miracle Morning, and then 10 steps to detox. If you want to find out more information, we're already in the school community, but you already know. Tell your friends about FinaEats.com and the Fall Equinox Community Detox. Love you. Bye.